7 months ago, I posted a brief video wherein I played a clip from Richard Dawkins responding to a young student's question. And it wasn't meant to be some type of in-depth discussion of the presuppositional nature of Richard Dawkins' rejection of a theistic worldview. It was a video that simply pointed out that the man does not think overly deeply. The response that he provided to the student who asked the question was really little better than what you would expect from your garden variety American atheist. The man is a scientist, he's not a philosopher. Many people have pointed out the gross errors in his writings on a philosophical, religious, and historical level. And so I posted this just simply because I had been directed to that particular video of the student asking the question. I found his response laughable, and so I posted a brief discussion of that. That was 7 months ago. To this day, I receive hate mail from atheists about that one brief video. I received 3 so far today, 1 each day over the past weekend. They tend to be very long, and one of the main problems is that I turned comments off on that video. I did so for a very simple reason. Atheists have no morality. They cannot control their tongues, or in this case, they cannot control their fingers on their keyboards, and they like to use all sorts of profane language and vulgarity and so on and so forth. I've even had some who were so angered that I would turn off comments on that video. They started going to other videos to post their comments. In fact, I imagine if I were to go through the 285 some odd videos I have on my YouTube page, I'd probably find stuff that I've missed. I don't have time to be running through all that stuff and looking for all of that. But there are people who seem to think that I have some moral responsibility to provide for them in the comment boxes of my videos a place for them to vent and express their hatred of God. Nothing has shown me the religious nature of atheism more than this. These people are zealots. They are as zealous for their religion of anti-God as almost anybody is for promoting the existence of God. Now, Richard Dawkins has made himself a small fortune, I would imagine, campaigning against the existence of God. All of these people who are watching these YouTube videos as atheists and clearly looking for anyone who in any way criticizes the new atheism have all the opportunity in the world to express themselves. They can put up YouTube videos, they can start websites, they can print books and everything else. They have all the freedom in Western society to do anything they want along those lines. So why should they be so demanding that anyone who would respond and say, you know, that's a really bad argument. Here's a man who's giving no evidence of any serious study of the historical issues, theological issues, philosophical issues, just not a clear thinker. Why should we be forced to provide some kind of a platform for these people to express their hatred of God? I cannot begin truly to understand this, but that's exactly what is going on. It is fascinating to see the clash of two anti-Christian forces in our society today. On the one side, you have the constant expansion of secularism, its hatred of theism, specifically of Christian theism, its dogged unwillingness to allow for any kind of meaningful interaction, debate, or dialogue on its subject. Obviously, the religious nature of Darwinism on the part of those who promote it, their total unwillingness to even consider the possibility that maybe what we've discovered about biological life demonstrates that it's not the result of random chance. You can't even say these things without losing your job and being labeled a backwoods creationist or whatever else it might be. This kind of irrational behavior and thought on the part of secularists is all around us. But at the same time, the liberalism, especially of Europe, that people want to promote here in the United States as well, is demonstrating its incapacity to deal with fundamentalist Islam, with Quranic Islam, the Islam that really goes back to those first centuries of the Islamic era and the expansion of Islam, especially immediately after the life of Muhammad. And the secular left just doesn't know what to do with these people. The secular left is infected with such a hatred of its own past, because it was a religious past, it was a Christian past, that they can't even see the danger right in front of them. And so to see these two forces coming together, for a Christian, both sides don't exactly like us. And we can expect to be paying a higher and higher price for faithfulness to God's Word in the future. There's no question about that. But here in the United States, to see the kind of secularism that has become rampant. Just today, a young student was in our chat channel while she was in class, reporting the things that her professor was saying about Christ. Just absurd things. Things that could never stand up in any kind of scholarly debate. But these people won't debate, and they realize that you just shout down the other side. They have no interest in truth. They have no concern about truth, just as these atheists who are constantly sending these hate mails to me, likewise have no interest in truth whatsoever. And so I wanted to just mention this 7-month-old video where you make one comment, and the fact that it has excited such massive animosity on the part of these new atheists gives us a good insight into what really fills the hearts and minds of these people. And truly what it does is it demonstrates that what the Apostle Paul said was true. Look at Romans chapter 1. The description of what goes on in the hearts of man is very much accurately reflected in what we are experiencing in our society today. Thanks for watching.